have disappear?
I never use my driver.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
It's just a disaster.
Okay. Well, definitely going to take this guy out today. And off the ground, what do you find? Okay. Yep. Okay. You taken lessons before?
Like when I was 15.
Okay. A while ago. Okay. All right, let me see what you got. So when you hit it solid like that one, it kind of starts a little right and leaks a little right. Right? Okay. I haven't seen you hit one left yet. Okay. So the first thing that I kind of notice with your swing is that there's lots of power and lots of speed coming from your arms. Almost like you could sit in a chair and kind of do the same thing, right? Make the same motion. And what I'd love to be able to see, first of all, is that you feel like your arms are softer and lighter maybe. If the arms are tense and we're squeezing, then those arms are moving really fast around our body. And that's where the club can have totally different contact points with the ground. So either the top of the ball, thin the ball, hit it fat, all of that stuff. But when you do hit it solid like that and your arms are going so far past the golf ball before the club hits it, the face stays open and it bleeds to the right. So I know that when we watch golf swings, it looks as though that the golfer's swinging their arms. But in reality, it's the body going like this that makes it happen, right? Like if you look at a merry-go-round, you might think the horses are running, but we know they're not. It's the pole in the middle that's turning the whole circular thing around. That's your torso. And I want you to try and feel as though that you're getting a little bit more motion of turn one way and turn the other way with your body, and keep your arms soft. Because if they're tense, they're ready to fire. And if they're firing, like biomechanically, our body freezes up, like you stabilize your torso in order to let that happen. And in reality of the golf swing, okay, this might make a lot of sense for you here. The fastest thing or the hardest thing I can do in the front of my body is the wood chopper deal, right? Chopping wood is the hardest force I can apply here. Now, when I make a golf swing, and I've turned my body this way, right? Now I'm doing that here, that way. And so if I were to just isolate what my arms do in the swing without turning, it's this. But if the arms are going from here and they're going to the ball, and then they're speeding up past the ball, and then they're speeding up to get up to the finish, all we're doing is leaving that club head behind the whole time. And so behind ends up being face open, bleeders to the right. So when you watch me from this angle, you can kind of see that my hands go up like that, they go down, and they go forward. They kind of make a big letter U. But I only want to speed them up for this vertical part of the U, right? Like you can speed up on the expressway, but when you take the off-ramp, we slow down. And by slowing the arms down, that's what gets the club to release. So you can see, you can see here that if I stop my arms earlier, before they start changing direction to go this way, that golf club's going to release. Right? And I could stop my arms to create speed here. Just like kind of, sitting on the hood of your car. Like I feel 100 as you go down the highway, but you hit the brakes really fast, I go flying. So we want to try and feel like you've got all of the speed of your arms here, and then slow your arms down and almost feel like they stop to let the club kick out. And that's what's going to get better divots. We see here the divots are thin, meaning they're toe deep. Right? So when you come through and you're speeding your arms up like this and the club comes through, the shaft comes back a little steep and the toe of the club digs through. So the action plan for us here, first of all, is to feel like you're dumping the club into the ground, that you're chopping it into the ground. But because we turn, it's not going here. With a little more turn, I get it there. A little more turn, I get it there. A lot of turn, I get it there. Okay, so it's the turn that puts the club into the ground. I don't want you to feel like you're pushing your arms in the direction of the target. It's just downward. Okay, so we're going to try and feel like you can take the club, put it into the ground, and stop it. That's our first step. And feel free to smash that club in there and leave the club in the divot. Doesn't need to swing through or swing past where the ball is. Let's create those divots. Not bad. Yeah, it's going to feel like a much shorter swing. Okay, let's hit one. Just like that. So let's look at this one over here. So if this was a really good shot, the ball would have been there. Notice how the divot starts after the ball. So let's try and make like a strip. You can see some of these divots lines, they're big long strips.
Yep.
Let's try and put the ball behind the divot, make a strip, but your intention is to get the club to hit here,
Okay.
in front. So now that we've got the arms working on the right path with the right speed, try to feel that when you put that club in the ground, you also turn the front of your body to the target. So your finish position has to do with the front of your body getting here. It has nothing to do with your arms getting there. If your body gets there, the arms will get there too. They're connected to you. Weird to say, but don't let go of the club. When you take it to the top of your swing, you let go of the golf club, and the catching it again like throws the club away from us. So keep your glove on that grip tightly. This again might make it feel like it's even a shorter swing. So make a practice swing for me. Take it up to the top and hold it there. Give that glove a good squeeze at the top. Okay, not too bad. And as the club comes down, try and feel like you can turn your body more this way and hold your finish. Get to a finish and just hold it. Not bad. One more time. Hold it there.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. One more time. Okay, so we're going to try and finish with your arms shorter, and I want that knee all the way over this foot. Yeah, so the foot comes off the ground. That not only transfers your weight, that continues you to turn. Okay. So we've got squeezing the grip, slowing the arms down, and that finish part I just mentioned.
On the backswing, are you supposed to bring this?
You can, yep, totally. Anything, like lots of things will happen in order to transfer the weight to the back foot, but that's the only fundamental, that the weight comes off the front and gets to the back foot. How you get there, totally up to you. Not bad. One more time. Go ahead and hit the ground a little bit. Doesn't have to be a massive divot, just hit the ground. Not bad. Hit one, just like that. So those happen when your arm speed, when the speed of your arms goes past your feet and up, right? So my arm speed's only down here. It's only before the golf ball. And once my arms and hands slow down, that's when the club gets fast, and that's when I turn my body. give me a practice swing. Show me the finish where you get all the way through to the other side, but don't swing your arms past here. Don't let your arms get to this club. Yeah, they're going to stay short. Now hitting the ground slows it down, so that's a good thing. Yeah, one more time, do that same thing. Okay, and now make sure you turn through. Make sure you get your body into the finish. There, that's what brings the arms through. When you started to turn it that last minute, it brings the arms to make it look like a golf swing, right? But I don't want to feel like it's my arms trying to get up there. That's going to pull the club right out of the ground, and that's why I've hit the top of it. You know, drove the club into the ball into the ground. So from here, we're trying to get the arms to go down, and as the arms go down to the ground, I turn through. I'm not trying to push the club through. Okay. Pretty good shot. So line that one up right behind the divot so we can create some lines. There we go. Take it up to the top of your swing for me. Hold it at the top. Keep your grip on it. Okay, hold it there. Now, I want you to feel like you're going to chop the ground back there. So all the way up and chop down on that line. See how much more behind that was? Instead of going at the golf ball, which kind of makes it bleed off to the right, I feel from here that my chop is down to the ground that way behind my ankle. And as I turn, it gets there. Hey, that was different. Hit a shot like that. Not full speed, but exaggerate the pieces we've talked about. Speed and energy to the ground, not toward the target, right to the ground. Hit the ground, let it go down there. Okay, something in the middle of those two is really good. Put a drink on your chair for you. I see you dripping already. Trying to get the club to hit the ground here. However, if we go from the top of the swing and try and put the club into the ground like that, right there, that's what's going to hit the top of the ball or miss the ground completely. Trying to feel like it can chop down behind you, and as you turn your body to face the target, that's what's going to help it get to that tee. So, you know, when we watch golf swings, we kind of see the swing being on this big, like, inclined line, right? And we get that incline because the arms are going up and down as the body turns around, right? So we have a vertical and a horizontal, and that's what creates this. So like when I'm in my studio at home, I put this on the whiteboard and I take a pen and I start going like this. And I draw a straight line. And then I push down this way with the equal amount of force, and it creates the angle. So if we're going from here and your arms are trying to go horizontal at the same time that your body does, we miss contact, we miss the ground. I need it to feel like the arms go, again, isolating the arms with no turn, up, down. That's the roll of the arms. I'm not going that way. What gets my arms to look like they go that way is this component. So it's like, this is my merry-go-round, and this is my Ferris wheel. And we put both of them together, it's on an incline in between, a 45 in between those two things. Yeah, all your power has to stop before the ball, not through the ball, right? So we're trying to feel like all the power ends here with your body, and by stopping here, the club keeps going. And I can show you a really good example here. So if I stop the club, watch where the stick, watch where the end of it goes. See how it goes to the ball? But if I go, see how like there's less sound there? So trying to pull the handle too far forward horizontally misses the ground. I have to feel like it's down, just straight down, and as I turn, it goes past. But the turn makes it go past, not my arms and hands. Turn your body, get your body to turn. There, that was great. Just calm that down a little bit. It was just rushed and too fast. Slow it down. Good, like that one, really good. But the faster you move your arms in this direction, the more your body's gonna stop, right? It's not gonna move. It wants to freeze up to allow this to be your move. And that's a concept thing, right? Like that's an idea on how you feel like you need to swing the club. So once we get back into your backswing, the arms go down to the ground behind you like we did that chopper over here, and then make sure you turn your body so that the chop ends up being further forward. But I would say right off the bat, just slow the arms down, slow the motion down, and get your body to face the target. Probably priority number one. Get your body to the finish. Better move. I think the power you try to put into the swing is for too long. And when we shorten that up, that's going to give you a lot of time and a lot of ability to get your body into a finish position. But if you swing the club and your body's still down here facing the target, again, that's like sitting in the chair and just kind of waving the arms at it. From here in the backswing, arms go down and we turn, and they don't go back up again. I like that move. Nice. One more and then show me a driver. It's like, yeah, not even words.
Yeah, usually when you play, he doesn't pull it at all. Occasionally. A lot of egging. Maybe after like 3, 4 drinks, he's like, all right, this is the last hole.
Okay, so I'm not going to see the plastic on this when I take it off. Okay.
Oh, it's probably still on.
The last one you hit's right in the middle.
Yeah, it didn't go very straight.
Okay. Ball position is going to be closer to your front foot though. So right in front of your big toes, that's where the ball will be teed up. Yeah. Irons in the middle, ball position off your front foot. Driver off the front foot, sorry. Ball more forward, closer to front foot. Like right in the middle. How about the knot on your shoe on your front foot? That's where it can go. All that's going to do is straighten out the one that bleeds to the right. It's like the more forward you get it, the more you're going to hit it left. So we're going to play it forward until it goes left. How often do you hit the range?
Not very often.
Okay. I would say that like if you do go to the range, 2 golf clubs, your 8-iron and your driver, get a bucket of balls and just kind of do what we talked about today for 20 minutes and get out of there. It doesn't have to be this drawn out hour-long thing where you hit every club in your bag and you're trying to hit the car and the cow in the field. This is more about just trying to work on your move and get it done and leave. Like if a personal trainer said, hey, go to the gym and do push-ups, do your push-ups and leave. You're not looking in the mirror going, oh, the form wasn't very good, and like judging it. Just go to the range, 1 bucket, same thing every time, take off. A little about the driver, because since the driver's on the tee, it's a bit of a different animal. I'll go over here so you can see this. Oops. All right, so with the irons, you know, obviously we're trying to hit the ground, right? And if we hit the ground, we've kind of made the shot happen. With the driver, I'm trying to use my hands to get the club head to pass the handle, right? So if I can get the club head to pass the handle, that's what squares the face up to make it go straight. If I do it too early, and I'm just going to show you this because that's kind of not what you're doing, but when you do it too early, it goes left. And if you do it too late, it goes right. So with the driver, the one thing that I want you to feel as though that you're doing is same thing with the irons in terms of don't speed the arms up, don't speed the grip up past the ball. Get that thing to slow down so you can really use your wrists to go that way, right? And if I get my wrists to kick in at that last minute, right? Just so this ball will be hit the same way, it'll look the same. So take a look at the grip of the club. I want you to notice where this thing stops in that swing. Right here. But if it kept going, but that's also with the irons, what makes it miss the ground.
So you're supposed to wait to stop.
Yeah. Yeah, and then as long as you turn through, the speed will bring it somewhere further up than where I showed you. Whoa! I can't even point that straight. ball more forward in your stance. And you want half the ball above the top of the driver, so it's going to tee up fairly high. I don't know if you guys just saw this high draw that you just hit. Drew about 4 yards, 220 yards out there. Good. Great contact, straight ball.